welcome to today's video. Now, if you can hear somebody in the background, Penelope is just sat next to me, my dog, and she's like making all kinds of grunting noises and licking herself. So I'm sorry if you can hear anything, but that is just my dog in the background. So today's video is all going to be about travel hacks. So it's basically just going to be a few tips and kind of, you know, tricks if you're going to be travelling anywhere, if you're going anywhere in the UK. I'm actually going to Monaco, for a few days, so by the time this goes up I will be there, so, or I'll actually probably be coming home. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys a few tips and tricks to be able to travel. Hack number one is roll your clothes to save space and also to stop creasing. Now, by rolling your clothes, it actually doesn't mean you get any of the folds or anything like that. It just makes life a lot easier. So when it comes out, when your clothes come out the other end, they won't be too creased up, which is always good for kind of dresses and things like that that are quite delicate. And then also, in terms of space, it sounds ridiculous, but if you roll them up into little sausages, then actually that is the best way to kind of maximise space, so you're allowed to take more stuff with you. So I just find that by rolling everything up, it kind of does both, which is really, really great. Hack number two is put your electricals in your carry-on, just in case your luggage gets lost. Now, I've had this before, I'm sure many of you guys have too, where you lose your main suitcase and oh my god, you think your life is over because everything is in that case and you think, what am I gonna do? So the best way is to put things like an iPhone charger or whatever you've got, your phone charger, put like, I put a pair of straighteners, maybe like a hairdryer, just your essentials if you're going somewhere that obviously doesn't have a hairdryer, all those sorts of things. Put your essentials into your carry-on. I also put stuff like my camera equipment, so it just means that if anything gets lost, it's on me rather than my actual case, and I wouldn't be like gutted. Hack number three is pack your heavier items first. This basically stops creasing, so you don't want to be putting your clothes in first and then putting all your heavy stuff on top, because all that's going to do is put loads of pressure on everything and it's just going to crease it up. So when you get the other end, you're going to have a right mare, and all you want to do is just chill out, and you're going to have to be spending your time ironing. And also, if you've got any kind of little pockets or anything, like I've got in my carry-on case, I put my laptop in like a top pocket, so it's completely separate from everything else, so it's not going to squish everything. So I just like to know kind of that nothing's going to be messed up when I get the other end. Hack number four, put cotton pads in any compacts that you've got. This might sound really silly, but essentially these are really fragile, and we've all had it where they kind of throw your cases around and they don't really care that much about our makeup when we travel. So in terms of putting stuff in the hold, if you are going to put stuff in like a makeup bag, I just tend to put little cotton wool pads just in the middle and then squish them down or just sellotape them over, and that just means that it's kind of protected the powder to then travel the other side. I've had it so many times when I've got the other end and I go to put my makeup on like in an evening and everything's smashed to pieces and it is gutting. So the best way is just to put cotton wool pads in first, and honestly that will stop that from happening. Hack number five, this is all about lost luggage again. Pack a spare outfit in case your luggage gets lost. I know I sound really like morbid, or not morbid, but you know what I mean, like really like, oh, you're gonna lose your luggage. But it does happen, and you always think it won't, but it sometimes does. So I tend to think, especially if you're going on a beach holiday, pack like a bikini and pack a spare outfit, or if you're going on like a city break, just pack a spare outfit in your main, in your carry-on case or your carry-on bag, and that will just give you that option that if you get the other end and for any reason you have to say go even like a day or two without your luggage, like my sister had to do once, and she was having to borrow all of our clothes, which isn't a problem, but obviously you want to make sure that you've got that just in case, so you've got a couple of days worth to get you through. Hack number six, oh my gosh, this happens to me all the time and it's so frustrating. When you open up your case and everything's just exploded, your shampoos, your shower gels, that sort of thing. So what I say the best thing to do, especially on things like shampoos, is put a layer of cling film over the top of the actual seal of the bottle and then pop the lid on top. You can also like decant into like different kind of containers to be able to do this. You can get little ones from cheap drugstores and things, and then it has a lid on it. A lot of the shampoos nowadays have like these really really flimsy kind of caps. So the best way is just to kind of decant some, put something with a lid on, and then put the cling film over the top of the actual bottle and then screw on a lid. And honestly, it will stop that from happening. So if anything, for any reason, gets moved around, that cling film will act as like a barrier to keep everything in there and mean that you don't then have to buy more shampoo and conditioner. Hack number 7, if you're traveling by plane or even by car or train, just pack a blanket or a scarf, because you can use that as a pillow. We've had so many occasions, or I've had so many occasions, where I've been sat on a plane and it's been for hours and you're like sat there thinking, oh, I'm so uncomfortable, I just want to sleep. So if you roll up your little, a bit like with the clothes, if you just roll it up, put it underneath your head like that, honestly, it will act as a little pillow and it's so much better. Hack number 8, make your life easy when you come back by using things like these little smalls bags. Now you can get these anywhere. One of mine I think is from Ted Baker, another one I think my mum got online. They're really handy for if you've got anything like bikinis or underwear that you've used, and obviously then you might have some that you haven't used, just to know kind of what you need to wash and what you don't need to wash. Again, like I say, I have compartments, so sometimes if I haven't used up all my clothes, then I'll put in a separate compartment my clean stuff, and in another compartment my dirty stuff that I know I need to wash. And then I have these little smalls bags, which just means all my underwear that I know that I've used and my bikinis, then I can wash those when I get home, and the rest of the stuff can just be unpacked straight away. So then you're not causing yourself loads and loads of faff when you come home and you can't be bothered to unpack. You've then got to go through everything and figure out what needs to be washed. It makes your life a lot easier. Hack number 9, pack earplugs. If you're going anywhere that involves travel, things like planes, again, cars, kind of buses, trains, everything like that. If you want to sleep, then make sure you pack earplugs, because they can be so noisy. So especially on things like planes, earplugs are amazing because they just block all the sound out. Some planes will provide you with them, but it's not often nowadays. So if you do pack your own, I sleep with them anyway, but they honestly do make the world of difference, and you will find that you'll actually get some sleep rather than being like, oh, this is so noisy, I can't sleep. And then finally, hack number 10 is get to the airport early so you can actually enjoy yourself. You can do things like shopping, you can pamper yourself, so you can go for like little treatments, get your makeup done, or you can go to lounges. Now, lounges are like my favourite thing to do. Sometimes you can just buy it on the day, or you can buy passes to go in there. And honestly, if you're waiting around for a little bit, it is worth it, because the food and the drinks are like unlimited, so you get them all free, so you do get your money back, especially if you're a bit greedy. And you basically just get to sit there before your flight and just actually relax, rather than having to find a seat somewhere, having to get a meal somewhere. You know that then if your plane food isn't going to be that great. Some people love it, but I'm not usually a fan. So I just like to get a little bit of food just beforehand, and then I know that I've got a decent meal inside me, and I'm much happier for the flight ahead. Me and my sister have been late to so many different flights, but actually we're trying to get better now and book ourselves into these lounges where basically then we can actually go and just have a gin and just relax. Yes, I did say gin, even if it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, because hello, you're going on a trip, you're going on holiday. So those are all of my travel hacks for you guys. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in a few days' time in my next one. Bye!